Manchester is a really glamorous city.
Wealth, it's just reflected in clothing. Some people choose to spend a lot of their income on clothing.
And that's great if you're fortunate to be able to afford that lifestyle. But it's also got some of the poorest areas of Britain.
Manchester is one of the worst areas for child poverty. So you only have to go less than half a mile outside of the city centre and you see it for yourself, you see it with your housing estates and the quality of life that people have, or the lack of it really.
In this day and age, kids shouldn't be living below the poverty line.
I can well believe that 99% of kids are on the breadline.
The kids are poor, and it's not fair, is it?
It would be nice if they could go without clothes.
It's about your own self-worth, isn't it really? If you look good, even if you've not got the most expensive item of clothing on your back, you yourself feel 10 times better about yourself.
Yeah, it's second-hand clothes, but at the end of the day, if you've got nothing, it helps you, doesn't it?
You see kids in clothes that are ripped and dirty, and they're judged.
I just can't breathe. Can't do it.
There are some children, even today in Manchester, that do not have a pair of shoes to call their own.
My name is Courtney, age 8, birth 201, November the 2nd. Mum's name Leah Dean, Dad's name Miles Briggs. I've got 4 sisters, 3 brothers, 1 dad, 1 mum. When I'm older, I want to be a star. Hollywood star. No kid could have more than this. My temperature, oh, every night when I go to bed, you make. When I was 16, I was thinking of going on the sector. My auntie Nikki, she's a professional. Mum, what's he called? Paparazzi. Paparazzi.
Pardon?
What's Auntie Nikki? A paparazzi.
A what?
Paparazzi.
Paparazzi.
Paparazzi. She takes pictures of people that are famous, and she took one of me, and then all she gets to do, I've got to be a star.
She's going to be doing something good, because she's just dead talented. I'm not just saying that because she's mine, but she is. Got 4 kids. Courtney, she loves dancing, singing and acting. Mackenzie, he's dead boisterous. He's dead into everything. Bailey, see, he's dead aggressive because he can't hear you. He's like grommets. One of them's working, one of them isn't. Casey, she's just turned 1 and she's trying to walk. Got myself in debt for my kids to make sure they've got beds and everything else, you know, so they've got stuff in the house. You get money and it's on everything else, and you don't even think about clothes or anything like that.
Well, the clothes that I got today, some 50p notes.
Bras that were 50p,
and
them shoes that were £1.
£2. So today I got £4 spent on me, and then we got some stuff for the boys, some socks for the boys. What's that?
What's your name again? What's your name?
Bradley.
How old are you?
7.
He's just a normal 7-year-old, likes to play, likes to give cheek, likes to think he's a teenager. What do you want to be when you grow up? A footballer. He says he wants to be a footballer, but whether that'll stay with him is anybody's guess. He's a good kid. And I suppose if you're going to buy the decent stuff, it probably is going to get quite expensive. But if it's like a kit where it's all got to be the same, it does make it difficult. You know, I'm same as everybody else. I want the best for my kids. But the money just doesn't stretch to get them everything they want, obviously. On the whole, I've got really good kids. The oldest one is Philip, who's 21. And there's Deacon, who is 14. Zephyrin, who is 13. And then there's Bradley, who is 7. And then there's Callum, who is 4. And Callum has autism. And then Corey, who is 3. And then there's Gemma. In total, that's 7 children. Unless I miss one out. Anybody could find themselves in this situation. People have found in the last few months with the recession. You know, they were in secure, well-paid jobs, and then all of a sudden, bam, bam, they're out of work. It would be nice if they could go without clothes, but it's not possible. They're growing out of things which they're all getting to now. Then it's an absolute nightmare.
Every night when I go to bed, you make the sun come, and when it is snowing, it makes me feel like an ice cube. Temperature. Oh.
I'm going to try and get him into like an acting school. I try and get him stuff up to date, but I get him cheap. I try getting them cheaper so that they don't get called and stuff, because a lot of people call you, don't they, for what you're wearing and stuff. But I'm not bothered as long as my kids are clean, dressed and fed. There's nothing else to worry about. If someone don't like what they're wearing, they don't have to look at them. Now their kids are wearing the proper ones with the hug on back, but no one said these were the proper ones. Do you know what I mean? They just look down the nose at you. Like my boys, they don't wear Nike trainers and things like that. They wear stuff from Primark for £2.
You hear people sniggering at you and look at her kid, you know. And if the kids hear it, it can drag them down.
Does it matter to you where your clothes come from?
No.
No.
As long as I get them. This white shirt and a nice top from Wood Street.
What's Wood Street?
Wood Street is a shop that Mum goes to. I don't know what it is. She goes shopping there. Mum, what sort of shop is Wood Street?
What do you think it is?
No, not wear that.
When our families are coming here, you're talking here like second-hand clothes. That's the basics of things. Everything that is in this display area here is free. There are no items for sale. Everything is free. And we give everything away that we receive. We're providing practical help, so it's just things like clothing, it's toys, it's books for children, things that people don't ordinarily think about, families who are finding things difficult or in poverty of any kind. They don't really think that that's the kind of things that they need, but it is. We focus on the children being a children's charity. The majority of people who don't know about Wood Street's existence are surprised when they actually learn what we're all about. I think people are genuinely surprised that an organisation like this is still doing the work that it's always done throughout its history, in much the same way really, on a fairly basic level. You know, it's about your own self-worth, isn't it really? If you look good, even if you've not got the most expensive item of clothing on your back, and feel comfortable in the clothes you've got on, you yourself feel 10 times better about yourself. And that's what it's all about.
LA? Oh, yeah.
I've just seen one and it's too small. It's like, no!
It has been busy today, yeah. There's been about 15 families in so far, but that's in a space of, what, just over an hour and a half, so that's quite some turnover of clothing, that really.
Sometimes you get a bit panicky of where you're going to be able to buy clothes from if you've got the money for it. And
it's not just a case of, well, you can't pay for it, so you take these no matter what.
yeah, it's second-hand clothes, but at the end of the day, if you've got nothing, it helps you, doesn't it? I think it's all right.
Some people, you know, choose to spend a lot of their income on clothing. Other people aren't in that position to spend any kind of real amount on clothing because the budgets are so tight. There are other things to spend it on in a family rather than clothing.
What's it like wearing the clothes from Wood Street compared to wearing this dress?
Wearing the clothes from Wood Street to this dress, because this dress is brand new and it's my own and never been anybody else's. I appreciate what they give to us and that, yeah. It is really expensive, really expensive. We was just going to get married in a registry office in just, you know, just a cheaper dress. I was going to buy the bridesmaid dresses from a really cheap shop, you know, like just a normal summer dress and things like that, but my mum said it's your day, I'm only going to see one of you get married, so you can have what you want.
What does the wedding mean to you?
Everything. To be a family. Well, I know we're a family now, but it's official. And show everyone then that we mean it.
I like these because the white matches my mum's dress. How to look after it well. I'll make sure my brothers don't come in my room and find it. That's one way. I'll make sure that I keep the shoes somewhere safe and the dress. So I might like give it my mum to look after the dress. I'll probably wear this on Mum's and John's birthday because it might remind them from the wedding day and it will remind me.
I don't buy for myself much. So if one kid needs a pair of shoes, then I concentrate on that than anything else.
So who sleeps in here?
The 4 youngest and me. I eat quite a bit of squash as well.
Yeah, how's it for you
Yeah.
sort of sharing with the other kids?
I've got used to it now. I mean, there is nights I go down and sleep on the settee if I'm finding the legs and feet too much. Because they sleep horizontally across the bed, I sleep vertically at their feet. What have you got? Oh, DVDs, yeah. The kids have got to be fed, and there's a lot of times where they get fed and I don't eat to make the food go further. Because when you've got bills in that you have to meet, the food does have to go out the window. Because they've got to eat, they can't go without food, I can. And I'm very accustomed to that over the years. I've got myself very used to not having to eat big meals. I can get through on a sandwich. Which bills do I not pay? Or how much food can I afford not to buy to go and outfit them?
I like it that my mum's going to get married, and I like it a lot. My mum's going to be happy, I'm going to be happy, John's going to be happy. We're all just going to be like all happy and be one big happy family.
Like, I'm very nervous about the wedding. I know it's something good to look forward to, but I just keep having bad feelings that something bad will happen. Well, the kids eat before us because we're waiting to get a table. We've got to save up for a table. so we can all sit at the table and that. Bailey and Courtney sit there for now. Kenzie will sit on the couch with me and Casey in my chair. John! John, just ignore it till she calms down.
No, Bella, no!
Oh, Mackenzie! Why did you undone her?
I did it!
I can't believe that. Mackenzie, I've got to be.
I didn't do it!
No, she's not hurt. She's being naughty. Right, but she's not going out for 5 minutes, John. You can't keep her in all night.
No, it's not going to be a wedding.
It's hard. I'm not going to say it's easy because it's not. It's really hard. Like, making sure you've got all your bills paid, your kids are fed, and make sure they've got everything.
I can well believe that 99% of kids are on the breadline. We are getting more people each year. That increases. You look at the wealth in the city, but if you go less than half a mile outside the city centre, the poverty that's in those areas is tremendous compared to what's going on in the city. It was set up in the Victorian era, but I think that says more about this country, that an organisation that was set up in the Victorian era is still doing the same work basically in the year 2010.
The jigsaw you can do later. I always said before I had my kids, if I ever have kids, I'll never go through what I went through. And I think it's the one thing I've managed to achieve. You know, but yeah, I think it is. You always want your kids to have more and better than what you had. I don't see why my kids should have to do without just because I don't live in that financial bracket.
Mates that are my age, they ain't got no kids and having a life.
She's not dirty, she's not at a
I feel like I'm 90.
I wish I was, and I wish I didn't have 5 kids.
It's next to me.
You can take back into the baby. How much you pay for her dress?
Her dress, about £330 from America.
Why does so much wedding dresses?
That's
You only wear
cheap.
them once.
Yeah, she found it really cheap.
That's cheap, that.
They sell the same dress in Bride and Groom in Ashton, £750, exact same dress.
They think about what they're going to wear at weekend and what they're going to buy to wear. I think, oh, I've got to go and buy nappies and stuff.
It really is quite a basic level of poverty that we're involved with here. Some of the families that come to us only come to us once in a while. Other families, unfortunately, are stuck in this poverty trap where it goes through the generations, and you end up seeing the children growing up into parents, and they end up coming here as parents, bringing their children then, and it follows on, and they don't ever seem to break out of that trap.
Can't do it.
I'm sitting. Ah, right. Are you not having a drink?
I can't feel my hands, dude.
Flower. Is that the flower?
I can't breathe. I'm alright at the minute, yeah.
I'm pumping, no?
How are you feeling?
Like shit. Mum, I can't stop shaking. I just can't breathe.
Celebration. It's a very happy and memorable occasion, and it's the beginning of John and Leah's new life together as man and wife. Ladies and gentlemen, we've come together into this place, which has been duly sanctioned according to law for the celebration of marriage.
To go with you in love.
To go with you in love.
To be faithful to you.
To be faithful to you.
To cherish and respect you always.
And to cherish you and respect you always.
To laugh with you in joy.
To laugh with you in joy.
To grieve with you in sorrow.
To grieve with you in sorrow.
As long as we both shall.
As long as we both shall live.
Therefore, it's my privilege and my pleasure to tell you that you're now husband and wife.
If he had it his way, we'd be in a registry office, I'd be wearing I don't know, I wouldn't be wearing a white dress or anything like that. There'd be no flowers, there'd be no nothing. He'd be in and out and an home then. Not with me.
Yeah.
We really do hope that they have a really nice life together, and we really want them to stay together for the rest of our lives.
Right, get off the stairs, get down there.
I don't want my mum to sell the dress because it will always remind me of the day when my mum got married. Because she says I could keep these shoes, but I'm not allowed to keep dresses. They're being sold. Because we haven't got any money at the moment, and my mum really wanted to get married, John. So she's gone about the dresses, and now she wants some money for them. So she's going to go and sell them. And I really didn't want to sell my dress.
Do you think Courtney will have to go to Wood Street? What do you think will happen?
I hope not. I hope that... I don't know.
What will you be doing in 10 years' time?
How old will you be in 10 years' time?
Together